Roll call, Mr. Toth.
Mr. Vishal Patel,
Here.
Ms. Peng,
Here.
Mr. Shi,
Here.
Ms. White,
Here.
Ms. Anjana Patel,
Here.
Mr. Lugo,
Here.
Mr. Ronak Patel,
Here.
Mr. Erico, Mr. Azzarillo.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Opening statement, Mr. Toth.
Thank you. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Public Law 1975, C 231 Sunshine Law, the Edison Township Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Board of Education administrative offices and posted on the board's website.
Thank you. In accordance with NJSA, Section 10, Column 4-12, the Edison Township Board of Education adjourns to a confidential session for the purpose of discussing the following: confidential person and board matters, student matters, pending litigation, legal matters, contracts, property acquisitions, and HIB. Do I have a motion to adjourn to privilege session?
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We will be back probably in the next hour. Thank you. That's good enough, right?
All right, let's do it.
We're gonna reconvene to the open session. Everyone, thank you. Thank you. So we'll start with the presentation 2526, Educator and Educational Services Professional Recognition. Ms. Baninder.
Good evening, Board of Education, Dr. Aldarelli, parents, teachers, and students. We're here tonight to recognize our Teachers of the Year. I did some math because I started thinking about that phrase that we spend more time with our colleagues than we do with our family. And I started thinking about the teachers and how much time they spend with the students. So on an average, or on a minimum, I should say, really, you are spending about 1,260 hours in a room with students every year. It's enough time to watch Lord of the Rings, the extended edition, 105 times. Add to that 250 hours minimum grading, prepping lessons, and another 50 hours or at least of running clubs, chaperoning, or coaching a sport. It is 1,560 hours of a year that you pour your heart and soul into, and we are so grateful for that. What the numbers don't show are all the roles you take. You don't just teach content, you don't just teach language arts. You are therapists, referees, you're cheerleaders, you are everything. And sometimes, just sometimes, you are the brightest light in a student's day. For that, and for those 1,560 hours of magic, grit, and grace, we are endlessly grateful. And with that, we're going to watch our video of our Teachers of the Year.
Edison has provided so many opportunities to grow as a teacher, and not only that, just make connections with the students. So I have a Huddle Up group, I'm a star mentee, and I like that those things are offered to make connections with the students.
It is truly an honor to recognize Lauren Jedgetts as Woodrow Wilson Middle School's Teacher of the Year. Lauren is the kind of educator every school hopes to have, someone who leads with heart, puts students first, and consistently goes above and beyond for others.
And I'm always here to help them. I'm, on their side. I'm here to advocate for them, whether it's for something going on at here, something going on at home. They always have a safe space here, to come and talk to me.
If I was to give Beth Caffiero a hashtag, it would be hashtag students first, because everything Beth does centers around supporting, uplifting, and advocating for the success and well-being of every student at Woodrow Wilson Middle School. Beth, you are truly a champion, and we're so proud of you.
If my students remember one thing about me, I hope it's that they know how much I cared for them and that I knew them more than just a student. I knew them as a whole person. and I hope they remember the way I made them feel in the classroom.
Mrs. Cusciani is definitely the right choice for Teacher of the Year. She has super high expectations, high energy, lots and lots of fun and creative ideas to help children learn and feel good about their learning. She plans her lessons thinking through the lens of a parent, a student, and a teacher. Amazing.
I want my students to know that although we did a lot of goals related to speech, that I truly cared and supported them growing as children and growing as people.
Mr. Shaw's tagline would be finding every voice, because that's exactly what he does. He helps students access communication in ways that work for them while building the confidence to use it. That impact goes far beyond speech. It changes how students see themselves and how they connect with others.
I'm thinking the community is very diverse. We are a melting pot of different cultures and traditions, and through all the school activities, we have cultural night, we have Spanish Heritage Night, and I'm learning from students their traditions and their meals and what they do with their families, and I think I benefit from that.
One word to describe Mrs. Conti is inspirational. After years of teaching first grade, she decided to pursue her passion for art and become an art teacher. While the journey was not easy, her perseverance has led to meaningful outcomes, and the students of Washington School are reaping the benefits of her dedication.
I'm a mother of 2 kids who went to the same school, and now they're still a part of the Edison district. And I started off to get to know the education system more, but I loved working with the kids and contributing to the community too.
Mrs. M builds relationships with staff and students across the building. She supports all students and staff, can be in any classroom, and is known around the building as a great helper.
So I believe my students don't know that I absolutely love sports cars and cars in general. And my favorite sports car is a Corvette, and I've owned about 4 sports cars in my lifetime, and I've also been featured in Corvette Vet magazine.
If I had to describe Ms. Siervo in one word, it would be transformative. As a 7th grade science and forensic science teacher, she changes how students see the world, reshaping how they think, how they learn, and how they believe in themselves. She makes complex ideas exciting, relatable, and real.
My big word that I like is to persevere, perseverance. And I just feel like if the students worked really hard and they know that they are going to have challenges and that they need to just keep working at it, they'll have success. And the biggest thing for me is to take pride in whatever you do. If you hand something in and you're happy about it and you have pride about it, you're gonna have success.
Her energy, positivity, and commitment to building meaningful connections inspire those around her and help create a supportive, inclusive environment where everyone can thrive.
So on the first day of 6th grade, the bell rings, the class fills in, and I realized that I was the only girl in the entire class. And my teacher at the time, Ms. Katoya, made it such a positive experience for me. And I felt like that really influenced me to want to become a teacher. And to make it even more full circle, she actually hired me after college to work here at Menlo Park School.
Mrs. Epitisney is dynamic. She really connects with the students in a really special way. They just love being in her classroom.
I chose Edison because of its diversity and strong school system. My both kids went to Edison school, so I know it's the best place to work. Edison provides a safe and friendly environment to everyone, and I really enjoy working in Edison.
At Menlo Park Elementary School, Manju Rawat is the kind of person who makes every day brighter for her students. As a paraprofessional in a self-contained classroom, she brings patience, kindness, and a calm, steady presence that helps students feel safe, supported, and truly cared for. She goes above and beyond to create a positive environment where every child can grow, whether that be academically and emotionally.
I would do hashtag make a difference because that's what I strive to do for my students. Building that support, that foundational skills, helping them be kinder people, just trying to make a difference in the world, a difference in their life, believing in them, so just make a difference.
Mrs. Ramirez is the right choice for Teacher of the Year for MLK because of her compassion, her supportive nature, and her love of children.
I would say my son inspired me to pursue a career in education. He's a special needs kid, so I've always wanted to be in the environment where he's growing, to get an experience and also to give to the community how I work with him. I do the same thing with my kids, my students too.
Miss Winnie elevates our school community by modeling compassion, collaboration, and consistency every single day. Whether she's supporting communication, sensory needs, or stepping in where she's needed, she helps create a space where all students have a sense of belonging.
So Edison is a special place to me because I actually grew up in Edison. I have been teaching at Edison since 2002. I did my student teaching at J.P. Stevens in 2001. So it's been 25 years of an amazing connection, and I'm blessed to say 25 years later that I love what I do.
Kristen Benavides' legacy will transcend everyone that has been here in the school, whether it's staff, students, or even families. We have installations throughout the building on all of our walls that have been brought forward through her vision in collaboration with our student clubs. She is part of our beautification club and also our art club. So when our students leave this building, they will not only have learned the academics of our ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, but they will see the world artistically, whether it's warm and cool colors, or just the way that they can take something and make it a little bit more beautiful through their own actions.
So I hope that they'll remember that I was always there for them. That I was always somebody who was in their corner, whether it was a student or a teacher, that I was there and supportive, whether I helped them, but I was always hopefully there for them.
Christina Barilka is the right person because she does it all, and she does it all with a smile. Teachers are willing to take risks and try new things because they know that they have Christina in their corner. With students, Christina is a true teacher, down on one knee, tying shoes, helping students learn how to read, and she really is just gifted at what she does, and Lindenau is a much better place because she's here.
For me, Edison has an amazing community, both with their teachers and the community and the students come to learn or they come to grow, and I really enjoy seeing them grow throughout the years.
Mrs. Baldowski is the right choice for Teacher of the Year because she represents everything we hope in an educator. She combines strong instructional practices with deep understanding of her students' needs. She creates a classroom environment where students feel safe, take risks, learn from mistakes, and grow academically and personally.
So I always work my hardest to ensure that every student has the opportunity to learn and succeed. If a student is struggling to grasp a concept, I make it a priority to find different ways to teach it until it clicks for them. More than anything, I hope my students remember that I never gave up on them. I want them to carry that same perseverance into their own lives, understanding that challenges can be overcome with effort, support, and determination.
Mrs. Shafter is the right choice for this recognition because of the heart she brings to her work each day. She's always willing to do whatever it takes to make sure she's able to meet with every student who needs support. Often our conversations will start with, "I need to change my schedule," as she truly maximizes her time. There isn't a minute in her day that she isn't focused on helping students.
I would say the students who were in my school when I was a senior, I started working with students with disabilities that year, and I just loved it. It was so much fun to me. I was in a homeroom with them, and then I started interacting with them, and then I would go on my free time and work in the class, and that's when I just started loving to do that.
The thing you need to know about Gina Shapiro is that her mind is always moving. She's always thinking of a new idea, a new program to implement, ways to tweak things that's already in place. We see this in everything she does, but one of the things that I noticed, the first thing I noticed about her is that she always had the best t-shirts and she would customize them, even your basic J.P. Stevens t-shirt. And I'm like, where'd you get that shirt? She'd go, oh, I did it. And that's the thing you need to know about her. She's always improving.
I feel like it's home. I feel like it's a family.
I've now been here for 25 years, and it definitely has become my happy place. I walk in every day and I'm happy. I come to work because I like it, not because I have to work.
Mrs. Randazzo's famous tagline is, "It's all good, and we're going to fix this together." This is her signature message. It empowers students to solve their own problems while she offers steady support every step of the way.
I grew up in Edison. I went to school in elementary, middle, and high school in Edison. It just feels like home, so it just feels special to me to get to teach here and pass it along to the other students.
Miss Skurlock is a natural educator who truly cares about her students and their growth. She builds strong relationships with her learners and creates a classroom where positivity is felt every day. She takes the time to support each student's needs and brings a sense of creativity and encouragement that makes her classroom a better place.
I value hard work, honesty, and commitment. I do the best I can every day by getting here early and by being here and not taking any days off. And what I hope to come out of that is for the kids to see how I do it, and if they learn that if they try hard and they put their mind to it, that they could do anything.
Mr. Buckley's legacy for John Marshall School will be his calm, personable approach to ensuring that everyone feels safe and secure. All staff, students, and families feel comfortable and at ease knowing that Mr. Buckley is part of the John Marshall community.
So a fun fact about me is that I started the J.P. Stevens Girls Lacrosse program in 2004. It started out as a JV program, and the next year it went to varsity, and it's still going to this day. So 23 years later, I'm proud to be a part of history in the making.
Jody embodies innovative instruction with authentic relationships, building with students and staff. She's a true connector, and she's all heart, bringing her energy each and every day.
Why Edison for me is because our parent community is so engaged. They're like a partner with you. They work with you to support their child's educational goals. And anytime that you make a suggestion or talk to them about how they can make their child more successful, they're right with you on board, and they're very supportive. And the teachers here are all very well trained and highly specialized, and they'll go the extra mile and work with the counselor.
When I think of Michelle, I think of her unwavering commitment to her students' social, emotional, and academic growth. She always tries to make sure that they are connected to the school in some way, and she's always willing to jump in wherever she's needed, whether that's part of the JAM School Spirit Committee, helping with testing, or just being present for our students and for our staff. Michelle is an irreplaceable part of the JAMS community, and we're so happy to give her this honor.
One of my favorite Taylor Swift lyrics is "Long live all the magic we made." And so I hope that my students remember all the magic that we've made in our classroom, all the laughter, all the memories, all the great times that we've had together. I hope that sticks with them far beyond their time in my class.
If Jess had a tagline, it would be, "Long live the magic." It captures her love of Taylor Swift and her belief that every child's school experience should feel joyful, memorable, and a little magical.
Can I fall back on the great Mr. Rogers and say that if you ever find yourself down, find the helpers. Find the helpers. They're out there. Keep looking. Find the good people to help you. And once you get that help and after you're on your feet, you can turn around and be one of those helpers yourself.
Mary is a perfect blend of scientist and practitioner. She pairs rigorous clinical precision, constantly studying complex diagnoses, with a deep, selfless love for her students. From staying late for science fair projects to personally investing in specialized curricula, she consistently goes far beyond her job description to ensure no child is left behind.
I would probably go with my band director. He kind of made band more fun than just like learning an instrument or learning a new song. Always pushed me to do better myself. He's the one that kind of introduced music education and told me I should try to go into teaching in college, and just really inspired me to be a teacher just like him.
Mr. Sosa is absolutely the right candidate for this position. He is truly a tremendous teacher, a tremendous colleague. Not only does he support the students and give them a great education and a love for the arts and a love for music, but he also collaborates with all of his peers. He really truly cares about the kids and wants to make sure that they're not only successful in music, but also successful in their classrooms. He pushes in whenever needed to help out, and really wants to get to know the kids so that he can definitely meet their specific needs and make sure that they're learning and growing every day.
My third grade teacher, Mrs. Saforza, and I had a real close connection, and she helped me struggle, with my struggles in reading and writing. But I didn't go into education until it was a second career for me. So that was my children's teachers that inspired me to get into education.
I think Ms. Cox will leave a lasting legacy of hard work, compassion, and kindness at James Madison Primary. I think she's a real pillar of our community. She does so much for the staff and the community and the students here that she will never be forgotten here.
So I've had many great teachers from elementary school all the way up to college that have inspired me to pursue a career in education. And so I hope that one day I could do the same for one of my students. And they say, choose a job you love and you won't work a day in your life. And I feel like I found that job.
Mrs. Wallace's legacy will be the confidence and independence she builds in her students. Her students leave the classroom not only stronger academically, but also believing in themselves as capable learners. She teaches them how to take ownership for their learning, how to set goals, and how to persevere through challenges.
Edison is very unique because my both sons are studying J.P. Stevens High School. Feels like a family. I like it.
Miss Calori elevates and inspires the school community by shining her positive vibes and energy. She could always be seen with a smile on her face, a cool composure, and a welcoming warm embrace to all students that enter the classroom.
So when my son was 2 years old, he was diagnosed with autism, and he's going to be 29 this month. So I went deep diving into it, and I really worked closely with his early intervention specialist, and I realized that I enjoyed doing this. And I went back to school to be a teacher, and I have loved every minute since. It's the most rewarding thing, and I love my students. I look at them and I realize like the challenges that I had at home, all of it came full circle because I didn't know what I really wanted to be when I grew up until I had my kids.
Mrs. Moore consistently places the needs of her students, our most deserving students, at the center of everything that she does. As a special education teacher working with students on the autism spectrum, she demonstrates extraordinary patience, empathy, and understanding. She creates a safe, structured environment where students feel valued, respected, and empowered to grow, both academically and socially.
My uncle was special needs and nonverbal, and that had a huge impact into where I am today with special education because I always felt a close bond to him, and I didn't, we weren't speaking, but we didn't need to. I just want to be there for students that may not be able to communicate just like him. That's what makes my world go round, is being with people and students like that.
Every day our self-contained autistic program students come in the building, and Ms. Holoka is there to greet them with a smile, to make them feel like they are a welcome part of our family. She is like a rainbow, just exudes that positive energy and enthusiasm. She's perfect. She's amazing with our kids.
I hope they remember my passion and my love. I've always worked with preschoolers my whole career, and if I give them anything, it's lots of love, attention, and affection, and I hope they walk away feeling that.
Ms. Sabrina Leschauer is an educator who can be best described with one word: transformational. She creates a classroom where every child feels safe, valued, and capable. Through her thoughtful instruction and meaningful interaction, she creates and helps students grow academically, socially, and emotionally, building confidence that lasts well beyond her classroom.
I never thought I'd be a school nurse. I got a call to ask if I would substitute at J.P. Stevens for a month or two until they could find somebody. And here I am, 16 years later, still happily doing this job.
It is my honor to recognize Nurse Debbie Stevens, who truly represents the heart of our FDR school community. If I had to describe her in one word, it would be steadfast. She is a constant source of calm, care, and reliability, someone who shows up every day with unwavering dedication to our students, staff, and families. She ensures that our students are healthy, safe, and ready to learn.
Coming here to ESA this year, I would say this has been an amazing experience. Being able to have that feeling of building such a strong connection with my students and really, feeling fulfilled that I'm making a huge impact in these students' lives is, just an amazing feeling for me. So.
I believe his lasting legacy will be the product, the actual student. Students who may not have seen their potential in the academics now believe after taking his class.
I have an older sister that was a special education teacher, so watching her interact with her students and just kind of when she was coaching and all kinds of different things was, I guess I'll give her credit.
I will describe Amy as inspirational. She offers opportunities for students to continue to grow outside of the high school experience.
My inspiration, not just education, but in teaching dance, was definitely Debbie Allen. I grew up watching Fame and her famous talk with the cane. I always knew I just wanted to be a teacher. I love, standing in front of a class and leading, and I just always wanted to give back. I always wanted to share my joy of dancing with my students and give them just more of an appreciation of the arts.
I know that the community that's built within the dance room and the experiences that the young people have and the confidence that they gain through this program, as well as the understanding of dance as an art form, is something that they're going to take with them and they're going to share. And it's going to be a part of their adulthood and a part of their lives, not just in their appreciation, but in their understanding of the way that people work together and the way that we can rise up, all humanity.
Melissa Wirtz, our Educational Service Professional of the Year. To describe her in one word, there's so many words I could think of that are great about her, but I would have to say the one thing is committed. She's committed to our students, committed to the community, and committed to Edison High School as a whole. She's always here for everyone to help out whenever anyone needs anything, and I guess that's probably one of the best words I could choose to describe her.
I want them to remember that accomplishments are not the only measure to success. I think that the journey getting there is something that they're going to remember. That's where you show your growth. Accomplishments are great, of course, but sometimes we kind of forget about them, but we'll never forget the journey getting there. So I want them to remember that it's not just effort, but sometimes it's also time and patience.
Today we recognize Ms. Violet Russo as EELC's Teacher of the Year. She truly represents the heart and soul of our community. She creates a classroom where children feel safe, valued, and inspired, where learning is meaningful, independence is encouraged, and every child is given the opportunity to thrive.
Definitely my parents. My mom was a teacher, my father was a local pharmacist, he had the local town drugstore, and I guess watching them help the community, help individuals, I knew I wanted to go into a helping profession.
If I had to describe Ms. Shelley Zakum in one word, it would be compassionate. She plays a vital role in our initial child study team, ensuring that every child entering our program is truly understood and thoroughly supported.
I think it's a privilege of mine that I get to work and learn and make mistakes with these kids. They teach me as much as I teach them, and I hope that they know that no matter how far they go, where they travel, they'll always have that safe space with me here at Ben or wherever.
If I were to give Miss Crowley a hashtag, it would be #BetterThanBroadway. And this is because of her unforgettable energy that she brings to every lesson and her gift of creating catchy songs and jingles that help students remember and practice everything that goes along with the core curriculum.
So I thought a lot about this, and I was thinking that there's a few people in Bend that call me Smiles or Smiley. So I was thinking that my tagline would be Smiling's my favorite, just like Buddy the Elf, because I thought if you're an elementary school teacher, you definitely have a little Buddy the Elf inside you, so it would definitely be Smiling's my favorite, because it is.
Mrs. Afonso's legacy will be the culture that she helps create here at Ben Franklin. AKA Mrs. Smiles that we call her. She comes in every single day with a smile on her face, whether she's supporting students, whether she's greeting staff members. Every single morning she does her laps, getting her steps in. She's just a positive role model for our students and staff. Every single day she comes in here. We're lucky to call her a Bolt.
And now, Teachers of the Year, you get to be the center of attention. So, principals, VPs, please walk up to the front when I call your names with your Teacher of the Year and ESP of the Year. And once you have received your certificate, if you could move to the left side in front of the balloons, where families, you are welcome to take pictures. All right, so first up, from the ELC and FDR, Educators of the Year are Violet Russo, Sabrina Leschnauer, Educational Service Professionals Shelley Zakim, who couldn't come here today, and Deborah Stevens, presented by Dr. Shalla.
I really like that. All right, keep the spirit up. Come on, come on.
If I can ask you to move to the left, thank you. Next up, from Benjamin Franklin Elementary School, Educator of the Year, Catherine Crowley, and ESP of the Year, Stacy Afonso, presented by Dr. Bevere and Mr. DeVanzo.
Come on, we're gonna have a competition. Who's louder, all right? Love it. Always looking. You gotta stand up for your sister. Come on. There you go. That's the spirit. There you go.
And from James Madison Intermediate School, Educator of the Year is Kimber Wallace, and ESP of the Year is Shalaja Kuluri, presented by Miss Abbott Marco and Mr. Murfield. Next up, James Madison Primary School, Educator of the Year, Joseph Sosa, and ESP of the Year, Susan Cox, presented by Mr. Seiler. From James Monroe Elementary School, Educator of the Year, Jessica Meal, and ESP of the Year, Mary Walworth, presented by Ms. Tafaro and Mr. Christopoulos. From John Marshall Elementary School, Educator of the Year, Brianne Skrilloff, and Educational Service Professional of the Year, Michael Buckley, presented by Ms. Hoffman and Ms. Kukowski.
Goodie bag.
From Lincoln Elementary, Educator of the Year, Krista Baldowski, and ESP of the Year, Kristen Shafter, presented by Mr. Scully and Miss Mosley Aviles. From Lindenau Elementary School, Educator of the Year, Kristen Benavides, and ESP of the Year, Christina Barolka, presented by Mr. Platt-Vowett. Oh. No, go. That's fine. Go forward. Okay. From Menlo Park Elementary School, we have Sunny Zapatiznu as Educator of the Year, and ESP of the Year is Manju Rawat, presented by Mr. Duggan. From Martin Luther King Elementary School, Teacher of the Year, Amanda Ramirez, and ESP of the Year, Tapaswini Goda, presented by Ms. Papacernos and Ms. Dadelback. Washington Elementary School, Educator of the Year, Melissa Conti, and ESP of the Year, Saman Majid, presented by Ms. Schlatter and Ms. Vu.
Big kids team.
From Woodbrook Elementary School, Educator of the Year is Tracy Christiani, and ESP of the Year, Matthew Shaw, presented by Ms. Cirillo and Dr. Narvaez. From Herbert Hoover Middle School, Educator of the Year, Patricia Moore, and ESP of the Year, Joelle Haloka, presented by Mr. McGrath. From John Adams Middle School, Educator of the Year, Jody Parati, and ESP of the Year, Michelle Witt, presented by Mr. Blakeski and Mr. Kelly. From Thomas Jefferson Middle School, we have Educator of the Year, Natalie Ciervo, and ESP of the Year, Nancy Banas, presented by Miss Emden. Yep. Woodrow Wilson Middle School honors Educator of the Year, Lauren Gizek, and ESP of the Year, Beth Cafiero, presented by Mr. Zacchino and Miss Menderata. From Edison High School, we honor Educator of the Year, Vicki Jenkins, and ESP of the Year, Melissa Wirtz, presented by Mr. Ross. From Edison Success Academy, Educator of the Year, Dylan Zambicki, ESP of the Year, Amy Bruno, presented by Dr. Gausman. And from J.P. Stevens High School, Educator of the Year, Regina Shapiro, ESP of the Year, Maria Randazza, who cannot be here today, presented by Dr. Kim, Ms. Wachowski, Mr. Robinson, and Ms. Eiler. And I am happy to say that that is not the final one. For the first time since 2017, I believe, last year for the 25-26 school year, actually this year, we weren't allowed to announce it last year at this ceremony, but we had a County Teacher of the Year, Pam Eng from Lincoln Elementary School. I believe it's something to be, very excited about. She was picked out of, I believe it's 26 towns in the county, is that right? 26, so great feat. Congratulations, Pam. And And with that, I think we've started a competition for next year for the biggest cheering group. Until next year, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Goomer. Thank you, Ms. Goomer. Let's take a 5-minute break so teachers can go, and then we can find a space for the parents, for the students. So 5-minute break. Thank you. We will reconvene. Okay, so the next session is presentation about 2026-2027 Student Academies acceptances. Before I pass it on to Dr. Aldarelli, I want to share a little history about these academies, right? The first time we discussed, these academies or starting multiple academies was in 2024 in curriculum committee. That some of the board members still sit in this board, some are past board members. But there was an idea of starting an academy where we can cater the student with narrow focus. And after multiple discussions and series of planning sessions, I'm proud to see 4 academies starting this year. Of course, we started 1 academy last year and then 3 more this year. So I'm going to pass it on to Dr. Aldarelli.
Thank you so much, Board President Patel. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing? Isn't it exciting seeing your teachers receive awards, right? What a great opportunity to be in the same room while we honor, our staff and our support staff as well, too. Mr. Patel, as we continue to expand our academy programs and create multiple pathways for students, not only to explore their passions and future goals, we're also excited to recognize the 198 students who have been accepted into next year's esteemed academies, including the Biomedical Science Academy, STEM Academy, Business Academy, and Computer Science. This work directly reflects our North Star vision here in Edison Township Public Schools to empower students to shape the world with knowledge, purpose, and passion. These students successfully completed a rigorous application process that included both an interview and entrance exam, demonstrating academic excellence and a passion for learning. We are incredibly proud of each and every one of them and look forward to seeing the innovation, leadership, and accomplishments they will bring to these programs in the years ahead. I would be remiss if I did not thank the team behind this that really got this to the finish line. Mr. Soy, thank you so much for everything. Yeah, a round of applause. Ms. Meyer, Ms. Halpin, our building level principals, Dr. Kim, as well as Mr. Ross. And now it is my esteemed pleasure to introduce Dr. Kim and Mr. Ross, who will announce the names of the newly accepted Academy students and their families on this outstanding achievement. Now, you can clap louder than that for them.
Big old unicycle, ain't a big unicycle. Playing basketball, juggling.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
All right, welcome to Edison High School. Well, I'm going to have somebody help me because we had the senior awards night and we gave out about 2.5 hours worth of awards, so I lost my voice. So we're going to start with the EHS STEM Academy. It's going to be read, the name's going to be read by Dr. Lofek.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to recognize the incoming Edison High School STEM Academy class of 2030. As I read each student's name, I would ask the students to please stand and remain standing until all names have been announced. At the conclusion of the introductions, we will invite the audience to join us in recognizing the entire class of 2030 with a round of applause. Nishka Dodapaneni. Arav Lada, Arthav Sahu, Yash Shrivastava, Vedant Dukal, Artham Juvariwala, Arav Shareshrawan, Ruhan Khatri, Rayan Desai, Sanvi Hasra, Sahasra Kompella, Mithili Palganan, Nagashritha Chintakunta, Shrenika Rout, Akash Sangupta, Ayushman Grace, Niharika Narayana, Ari Shah, Sarah Parwar, Aditi Velankar, Elizabeth Wong, Nidhi Parwar, Ishan Hebar, and Ayushman Tiwari. Our STEM students. Congratulations. Now Mr. Ross will give us our Business Academy.
Right.
All right, young people, settle down. I still get to yell at students for another couple months. Good evening, everyone. All right, young people, good evening. All right, remember in business, I'm going to announce the Business Academy. Now, the great thing about the academy system is that it's been expanded. Just like Edison High was the first high school and J.P. Stevens was our spinoff, we had the absolute first academy in Edison, and now we're expanding it because good ideas can be done anywhere. And the more students that we have in the best, most rigorous possible curriculum, the better. So when I call the names, let's try to wait until I get through all of the names, then we'll get a big round of applause. This is for students that are going to be in the Business Academy at both the home of the Eagles and the home of the Hawks. So I'm going to start reading the names right now. Please stand, young people, but hold your applause. At the end, I want to make more noise than we did for our teachers. Okay, can we do that? Nod. Young people, nod. Nod, yes, we'll do very good. All right, good. All right, so now we're going to start off with business. Sahita Aitha, Rainash Bodu, Divi Chalwala, Agustia Chavale, Rakaya Fazrin, Amma Gilani, Naman Gohel, Zvanik Gupta, Leila Gundi, Rahini Gurapu, Stephanie Huang, Kashtub Jariwala, Avinash Sai Kandakatla, Avika Kaura, Krishiv Kandalwal, Rohan Kodipaka, Mayank Kotije, Bhavya Mahajan, Kiara Mehashwari, Shiva Malik, Arun Kishwari Reddy Mamidi, Riddhi Manha, Meenakshi Mayan, Vihan Mittal, Rehan Narayan, Shristi Naranayan, James Ozin, Charu Chetena Palaneni, Shri Sahasra Pasumarti, Netri Patel, Viha Patel, Yashil Patel, Yogi Patel, Wandan Patel, Anvi Patil, Irfan Qureshi, Ria Ramesh, Isha Saha, Shaurya Sani, Akshita Senthil Kumar, Tanis Sharma, Alice Shao, Jaswant Sone, Hia Sone, Yonhee Song, Isha Thakur, Devyatagi, Charlene Valentina, and Quaira Waterman. Round of a big applause. Thank you, Business Academy. And now I will call up Dr. Kim from the esteemed J.P. Stevens High School.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. I am so pleased and honored to announce the next class of 2030 for the John P. Stevens Biomedical Science Academy. So when I read your name, please stand and hold your applause until the end. Starting with Arham Shah, Tanush Yakali, Meghana Kumar, Kush Desai, Sahasra Paluputi, Janaki Patel, Siri Karanupu, Japna Kurdat, Alvitha Paila, Shaurya Paul, Advat Sai Jangidi, Nikisha Sharma, Tavarti Sabnis, Shrija Shah, Prisha Chapathi, Krishna Nagpurkar, Shuri Day, Akshaj Gupta, Mahir Sane, Srividya Maduri, Priyansh Mukherjee, Vihan Gandhi, Danush Vudari, and Tanish Mudilari. All right, congratulations, everyone. Excellent job, thank you. We're very excited to welcome you to JP next year. All right, next we are going to announce the incoming class of 2030 to the Programming Academy. And once again, I am announcing the names for both Edison High and JP Stevens. So when you hear your name, please stand and we will give you a warm round of applause at the end. All right, here we go. Starting with Isaac Divine Ofalabi, Sophia Delight Ofalabi, Anvisha Anand, Adeline Au, Adrian Diabrio, Vabhab Shakandra Shakarapa, Adve Dwivedi, Andrew Fernandez, Samanvitha Gajaro, Ayan Gill, Rahu Goplani, Danika Gunawardene, Chaitanya Gupta, Jakil Jaffrey, Vidyuth Kaniyur, Choli Pandya Kandula, Karan Kant, Siram Kanan, Ram Kithekaran, Minichki Kuvari, Ahana Kiara, Prathshika Kujulava Kithikayan, Arav Kunamar, Atrey Manjumar, Pavishna Mandikanan, Juwan Muhammad, Malike Nijiwati, Alexis Nuwani, Sri Vaiban Pampana, Avani Parashar, Harsh Patel, Vyam Patel, Harshvardhan Parekh, Swara Pawar, Savani Pradam, Vishwajit Pradam, Ant Saha, Chintaya Shathit, Sri Krishna Senthi Kumar, Yunus Sifan, Advita Sinha, Vihan Srivasta, Sarah Tare, Krish Trivedi, Naisha Umesh, Samahith Vikram, Risha Vyas, and Harrison Zhang. Let's give them a big round of applause. Great job, everyone. And our last academy, our Cybersecurity Academy, class of 2030. When I call your name, please stand and we will give you a warm round of applause at the end. Let's start with Neela Anand, Satvik Prakash Bada, Araf Barode, Kusi Chuhari, Heda Gandhi, Soham Godaki, Parthivi Gupta, Atharva Gupta, Sherlin Gupta, Vinay Javtani, Vaishnavi Saravika Kadiri, Siddharth Kanamalapudi, Puri Kavadi, Laya Kathir, Gatik Kandelwal, Vihan Rahatekar Kulkarni, Adya Samanvi Kurumeti, Aniket Limaye, Arnav Mandagari, Pavan Manan, Shiva Mantravedi, Mutahar Mir, Samarth Namedio, Nirmaya Nayakam, Srimath Nuthakadi, Sariles Padilla Jeanette, Dev Patel, Krish Patel, Vivan Pawar, Ashman Pradeep, Darsh Rathi, Sanvi Rashid, Sia Sangani, Nikat Sheikh, Sahaj Shah, Arun Shekhar, Jadip Tamiri, and Arsh Yawali. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you. Well, before we move on to the next section, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Valentine for supporting this, starting all these academies. So thank you, Dr. Valentine. Yep. Dr. O'Leary, next one.
Thank you very much, Board President Patel. Yes, at this time, I would like to call up Mr. Ross, Ms. Fedowitz, and Ms. Clark to talk about our Barcelona exchange program from Edison High School and the students that participated in that. How about a round of applause for this group as well?
I just want to shout out my teachers because it's their work behind the scenes. I have to thank Mr. Gulen and the transportation department for their work on making it possible for us to get to the airport and then to take care of our guests. Our teachers don't have too much to say.
All right. Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Aldarelli. So we want to thank you for allowing our kids to experience this year. We had 10 students that were part of this exchange program. These are students that are enrolled in Spanish now, juniors and seniors. They were set up with a pen pal from a school in Barcelona. The school is called El Colegio de la Sagrada Familia. They met their pen pals in November, started a relationship, and in February we were off to Barcelona. So they got to experience life as a teenager in Barcelona, the whole culture, language, completely immersed, and the best ones to really tell you about it are 5 of our students that are here today to talk about their experience.
Hi, my name is Paris Andrews, and I'm a junior at Edison High School, and I had the opportunity to do the foreign exchange student in Barcelona. And as a foreigner student, I can say that, like, personally, I don't think that I'm the best Spanish speaker, but I got the courage to say yes to go to Spain. And when I tell you, it was like the best experience I can say yes to, because a 40-minute class isn't gonna be enough to get to where I want as a Spanish speaker, but actually being around the language and all their norms for 10 days, I can definitely say that I improved, and I think that I'm getting where I want to be. And it was really good because learning and like figuring them out in November, and it's just like we had a home away from home, and it's just like I felt like I knew them my whole life. And it's like now, even though my pen pal is back in Spain, her dad still texts me every Wednesday and Sunday, asking me about my family. And it's just like, even though I don't see them every day, it's like we're still keeping in touch. And I just want to say thank you for giving us this opportunity. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Board of Education. My name is Michael Florentino. I'm a junior at Edison High School. And as someone who speaks Spanish, this trip is very meaningful to me. I was able to connect more deeply with the language and culture in a real way. One of the best parts of the trip was the connection I built with my pen pal. From the beginning, we got really along and realized we have more than just one connection. Even though we grew up in different countries, the experience showed me how people from different backgrounds can still connect through shared interests, experience, and personality. Another thing that really stood out to me was how welcoming everyone was. The people in Spain treated me very kindly and treated me like their family. So I felt very at home, and I wasn't really worried at all. The experience was really unforgettable and just Instead of it being a school trip, it was more of a mind opener. And I truly believe programs like this change students' lives, and I hope more students get the opportunity to experience something like I did. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Jaslyn Diaz, and I'm a junior at Edison High School. I went to Barcelona because I was really excited about the trip to see the stuff there and the food and experience, but I don't think I realized how deeply that this program would affect me as a person. It doesn't just teach us about other people in other countries, but I think it teaches us also about ourselves. Living in Barcelona wasn't like being a tourist there. You really get to experience the culture and fully immerse in it. And although it definitely was uncomfortable at first, I think the way that the families there treated us, they really took us in as one of their own, which pushed us out of our comfort zones. And I think all of us could say that the friendships we made there aren't temporary, and that they're real, meaningful, and forever lasting. I still talk to my pen pal this day. And I think it's also vice versa, that when our pen pals came here to the United States, we got to see our home through their eyes. Edison High School has a lot of good things to offer, and I think that this program is definitely one of the best that it has, and I really hope that we get to see it flourish, and maybe even with other countries. And thank you for letting us experience this.
Good afternoon. My name is Samantha Brea. I'm a junior at EHS. Personally, I have been a student in Edison for 11 years, and I took Spanish every year. The immersion could not compare to any Spanish class I have had, and the connections we made with people in Spain and from here are the type that will last a lifetime. While I have family in Spain, what made this different was that I got to connect with people my age. I'm grateful that I got the opportunity to go on this trip, to stay with an amazing family, and to make my community grow just a bit farther. Even though the sightseeing was amazing, I think the part that stayed with me the most was connecting with the students. We all have such an amazing connection with the students from Barcelona and from here. Staying with Barcelona families and our pen pals staying with us solidified a connection I don't think I have with anyone else. And despite seeing the similarities and differences between the families from here and the ones we stayed with in Spain, my pen pal and I had so many things in common that by the end of the trip, I felt like I had a sister. Thank you.
Good evening, Board of Ed. My name is Elias Khan. I'm a senior here at EHS. The experience I had going to this exchange trip was one of a kind. I have never felt such kindness and generosity from people that I don't know who are across the world ever in my life. This is truly one in a life experience. I still talk to my pen pal every day. It's like you have a sibling that you from another world. It's one of the most incredible experiences. The sightseeing was amazing, but of course it's the experience you make, and that, you know, not everyone is the best Spanish speaker, but these people will fully embrace you to get better into Spanish and to learn about their culture, and they even embrace the American culture as well. I highly advise anyone who has the opportunity to go to this experience trip, please do it. And of course, just before I leave, one big thank you to Mrs. Fedowitz, Mrs. Van Wittering, and Ms. Clark for this trip. And of course, you guys for allowing it, and Mr. Ross. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So thank you.
So we are going to move on to the next section. Dr. O'Reilly.
Thank you so much, Board President. At this time, we'd like to recognize a group of Edison students who recently competed in the NASA Human Exploration Rover Challenge 2026 in Huntsville, Alabama, as members of Solfam's Team Orion. Team Orion was the only team from New Jersey selected to participate in this international engineering competition where students design, build, and compete with rovers on a lunar-style obstacle course. The team earned both second place in the high school RC division and the Project Review Award, recognizing excellence in technical reviews and presentations. So at this time, I would like to invite Dr. Kim, who is already at the podium, to announce and recognize the student team members. How about a round of applause?
I do want to say this is truly an amazing accomplishment. This is highly competitive from teams around the world. And so Dr. Aldarelli did a great job explaining it. I just want to say, first of all, it was led by advisor Sanjay Kulkarni, and I'm going to read the rest of the team's names. So if you could please come on up, and I have a certificate. Are you Mr.? There you go. This is for you. And we're gonna actually take a photo in the front. So if you want to go stand up in the front, the rest of the team was led by senior Rohan Kulkarni and other seniors as well. Gautam Baljikanan, come on up. Viren Bapat, Sagnit Biswas, and juniors. Oh, I'm gonna give you all the certificates up there. How about that? And then juniors, Bhavanya Reina, Shreyas Mendikar, Vismay Patel, Shruti Srinivasan, Hrithika Vidula, and Shreya Sivakumar. Please give a really warm round of applause. This is such an accomplishment, everyone.
Well, President, can I say a couple words? Can I say a couple words?
Please.
So, congratulations to the team. And I was invited to their house to see the rover. Unfortunately, the day I was there, it wasn't working. So, but I saw the video. So what they did is they, designed the rover from the ground and up. And there are two tasks they need to do. One is CO2 sensor tasking on simulated lunar surface, and the other is water pH level sensing tasks. So these are things that's required by the team. And these guys were only 8 of the team in the whole country. 8 of the whole team in the whole country to compete. This is their second year. 4 of them are moving on, but the others will continue the journey. So 4 of them actually, Rohan is going to go to Purdue University. And for Viran, he's going to Cornell University. And for Gautam, he doesn't think the university in the US is good enough, so he went to University of Toronto. And Sagnik, he's a homeboy. He's going to stay in New Jersey and go to Rutgers. Congratulations. I'd like to come down and have a picture with you guys.
Make sure we didn't miss anybody. I see a bunch of kids. We're here for you.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Do you want to see mine?
I can see what I'm in a room with, I probably know the pattern. Yeah, somebody already.
Oh, sure. I must talk to my dad.
Here's mine.
Cool.
All right, perfect.
One more.
What? Yeah.
One more. Yeah.
Anya, right?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, go for it.
Great. And At this time, we'd also like to recognize one of our students who's actually a published author. Is Anya Trividi in the crowd right now? Is she? Anya, why don't you come up? Why don't you for a round of applause? Anya is a published author. Oh, come on up. Come on up. A runner, and wrote the book Finding Her Stride, a coming-of-age story about dreams, doubts, and the race to belong. Anya, I'm actually going to ask you to go to the podium and talk a little bit about your book. Is that okay? Yeah, why don't you talk a little bit about it?
Can I say a couple of words before she starts talking about her books?
Sure.
So this young lady, she goes to the Woodbridge Academy. Unfortunately, at that time, we didn't have the Biomedical Academy. Otherwise, she would have been staying in Edison. So she's going to Woodbridge Academy to be a doctor. So she is a rising senior. At the age of 17, she is serving on the executive board of WellsWith. WellsWith is a nonprofit organization helping families a challenge to have the basic financial background. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
And also, besides that, she shadows a doctor in Sloan Memorial Hospital, an oncology doctor. And in this book, what she wrote, okay, this book is not a manual, it's not a memoir, it's a mirror. I hope you see yourself in these pages, not because our story or the story are the same, but because the search for self is universal. So I'm going to let her say a couple words about her book and why she writes this book.
Good evening, Board of Ed, and ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for honoring me here today. It means a lot. Like Mr. Shi said, I've been running since I was 8 years old, and I've been to it all. I've been All-American, I have medals and accolades, but I think the journey is what I really documented in this book. And I've been fortunate enough to have my parents. My dad is here today, my mom's at work, unfortunately. But since I was 8, I've run maybe over 200, 300 races. And to every single one of my races, my parents have been there. So I have an amazing support system. And along the way, I think I realized that kids are unfortunate like me, and they don't have that support system. They don't have the sports system, the gears, the shoes. So with this book, I documented my track legacy, I guess, and 100% of the funds go back to kids who either don't have the gear, kids who, aren't getting the meals or whatever they need. In fact, we've just had our first drop last month at Elizabeth High School, where we donated 20 pairs of running shoes to the boys and girls distance team. So thank you so much for your recognition tonight. I would urge you guys to go buy the book and remember that, again, 100% of the funds go back to not only the athletic community, but our community as a whole. And thank you so much.
It's called Finding Her Stride. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
So her goal is to donate 250 running shoes to the students that's in need. So great job, and continue to do what you do. And hope someday when you become a doctor, when I go see you, you can give me a discount.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anya. Thank you.
I think let's take a 5-minute break. So if students want to leave, they can leave. 5-minute break. Thank you. Okay, we'll reconvene. We'll start with Superintendent's report. Dr. O'Reilly.
Thank you so much, Board President Patel. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful night. Congratulations to all the recipients of the awards. It's great when we acknowledge our outstanding staff as well as our students. Where we have the opportunities to recognize their accolades and their accomplishments, and it truly proves, what we're all here to do. There's a couple other people that I would like to recognize right now. I had the privilege of sitting last week at the the State of New Jersey's Superintendent Spring Leadership Conference. I am pleased to announce that our very own Dr. Thomas Toohey is New Jersey's Special Educator of the Year. Dr. Toohey. For those of you that know yes, absolutely, there we go. For those of you that know, Dr. Toohey has done an outstanding job getting all of our programs that affect our special education students off the ground. He is a trusted colleague, friend, and it is a pleasure to work alongside of you each and every day, sir. And I know I speak on behalf of the board as well as our team. an accolade well deserved. So thank you. And he's usually here for the meetings. I'm surprised he left. I'm going to give him a shout out right now. For those of you that I was at the Edison Township Senior Awards last night, and we'd like to formally just congratulate Mr. Charles Ross for being the Elks Citizen of the Year of Edison. Right? What a great accomplishment and a testament. Is he here? He took off.
Yeah.
All right. I'll call him tomorrow. Listen, not only, and I was talking with him last night, what an unbelievable awards ceremony. It really exemplifies the culture, the climate, and the real feeling of what it's like to be in school when you witness that awards presentation. So congratulations, Mr. Ross. Very well deserved. And last but not least, we have an unsung hero that works in our food service department who will be acknowledged at the next board meeting in June. Her name is Miss Armida Caldwell, who is the Food Service Director of the Year. Congratulations to Armida. In the state of New Jersey, managing Edison Township Schools food service program is a monumental task. She does it very, very well, and I want to congratulate her on all of those particular pieces. And that concludes my report for this evening, Mr. Patel.
Thank you, Dr. O'Reilly. I think I agree with you. Nights like this kind of remind us, remind me, and I'm sure other board members, why we do what we do, right? We saw a lot of teachers getting recognized, pouring their hearts to, teach the students and help them be the best version of themselves. We saw a lot of, high achieving students getting recognized, and it reminds me why I do what I do, and I feel nothing but the gratitude. Thank you. Next, I'd like to invite Edison High School President, Ms. Lavine, for the report.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lavin Levine, and I am the Student Council President for Edison High School, and I'm here today to give a monthly report of May. May has definitely been one of our busiest months for the school year so far. We started off with AP testing, and this week our freshmen and juniors are participating in the NJSLA testing as well. And even though it's a stressful time for our students, it's been great seeing everyone continue to work hard, support each other, and head towards the end of the school year. Earlier this month, Student Council also organized Teacher Appreciation Week during the week of May 4th. And throughout this week, we celebrated our teachers and staff with different activities and treats to show our appreciation for everything that they do for the students each day. And we are very thankful for all the time, energy, and support they give to our school community. Our arts program have also been very active this month with concerts and performance from orchestra, jazz band, choir, tri-mi, guitar, and our spring dance collective. These performances gave students the opportunity to showcase their dedication and talent, and they were enjoyed by many students, families, and staff members. Our athletics have also had an incredible season with many exciting wins and accomplishments this spring season. Some highlights include boys volleyball against Woodbridge, softball winning against Metuchen, the girls lacrosse for their senior night against JP, baseball against East Brunswick. Our track team has had many students qualify for states, along with many, many other accomplishments across all of our athletic programs, making our school very proud. We also are looking ahead for our prep rally this week on Friday, which our students are very, very excited for, followed by prom May 29th at the Marigold, which everyone is really waiting and anticipating for. I would also like to recognize this month's seniors of the year, of the month of May, Samyutika Vikumar Nair and Bryce Hickerson. Congratulations to both students. And finally, overall, May has been a month full of achievement, school spirit, creativity, and community involvement as we begin wrapping up another successful year at Edison High School. Thank you for this time, and thank you once again, board members, for all your help and everything you do. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. Arush Bola from JP Stevens.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Arush Bola. I'm a junior at JP Stevens, and I'm also co-president of our student council, and I'm also here to give you a rundown of what's been happening at JP over this past month. The month of May has been really busy, but also exciting for our students, filled with many student accomplishments. We kicked off the month of May with our Teachers Appreciation Breakfast, where teachers are served a delicious selection of foods early in the morning, and the Student Council Executive Board had a big role in setting this up. Generally, though, much of the action at JP has been with students staying active both inside and outside of school, whether it's art-related events, clubs, sports, or even more. Earlier this month, some of our music students had the opportunity to participate in a regional percussion festival. And we are also incredibly proud to share that 21 students from our choir program were accepted into the NJ All-State Choir, which is an incredible accomplishment for our performing arts department. In athletics, many of our spring teams are continuing strong seasons, qualifying for playoffs and postseason tournaments. We wish the best of luck to all our athletes and coaches as they represent JP Stevens with pride. But similar to EHS, the biggest focus of this half of May has definitely been the AP exams. Over the past 2 weeks, students across the building have been putting in countless hours studying and preparing for these challenging end-of-the-year exams, and AP testing officially wrapped up last Friday. We're incredibly proud of the hard work our students showcased throughout the testing season. Over the next month or so of school, we are really in the final stretch. With all AP exams done, all that's left in terms of testing is for juniors and freshmen to do their NJSLA testing and just finish off the year strong. But we are also very excited for some of our most anticipated end-of-the-year events. Seniors are looking forward to their prom at Edison Park this Friday, and the Student Council will be running the annual Battle of the Classes event later June. It will be a day-long event where students fill the stands and cheer on their respective grades as they duke it out in dances and mini-games, all to be crowned the 2026 BOT champions. Lastly, as this is my final speech to everyone for this school year, I want to personally thank the board, administration, teachers, advisors, and students for their continued support and involvement throughout the year. It has truly been a privilege representing the student body at these meetings, and while this may be my final update for the year, I look forward to seeing everyone again here next year as a senior. Finally, on behalf of the JPS community, thank you again for all your continued support, and we hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the school year. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next, Mr. Lester, if you can read the resolution, please.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. President, board members, administration. We have a resolution condemning threats, intimidation, and harassment directed towards a member of the Board of Education. It reads as follows. I would ask the public to please not disrupt the meeting in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. If you do disrupt the meeting, we will request law enforcement to remove you. Thank you. Whereas the board condemns any conduct involving threats, intimidation, coercion, and harassment towards elected officials and attempts to improperly influence as they strike at the integrity of public service and democratic governance. Whereas a board member was recently subjected to threatening and intimidating messages from an anonymous individuals, including, and I quote, "We know where you live and we know where you work. Don't make it harder for yourself," unquote. Another quote, "There is a way to do this and there is really hard way to do this," unquote. And the third one, quote, "You have been warned," unquote. Whereas such messages are not expressions of civic disagreement or protected political debate, but instead are deliberate acts of intimidation intended to pressure, threaten, and interfere with an elected official's discharge of their duties and responsibilities. Whereas such threats and acts of harassment towards elected officials and their families create fear and undermine public trust, thereby damaging the democratic process. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the board hereby decries, denounces, and refuses to tolerate such unconscionably threatening rhetoric in our community. Be it further resolved that the board shall not tolerate such improper and unacceptable conduct towards its members, district employees, volunteers, family members, and members of the public. Be it further resolved that the board calls upon all Township of Edison elected officials, appointed officials, and all citizens to stand with the targeted individual member of our board. And be it further resolved that the board respectfully requests the Edison Township Police Department, Office of the County Sheriff of Middlesex County, the New Jersey Office of the Attorney General, the Federal Bureau of Investigation in Newark, and all other appropriate authorities to treat this matter with the highest degree of seriousness, launch a full, impartial, and thorough investigation into the perpetrators, and hold them accountable to the full extent of the law. And be it further resolved that the board shall fully support any investigation into these threats and acts of harassment. And I'll add the word cowardice too. Be it further resolved that every member of the board has the absolute right and responsibility to vote independently, free from threats, fear, intimidation, retaliation, or outside coercion. And be it further resolved that upon adoption, a certificated copy of this resolution shall be transmitted to all appropriate authorities, including but not limited to the Edison Township Police Department, Office of the County Sheriff, Middlesex County, and the New Jersey Office of the Attorney General. Is there a motion, Mr. President?
Yep. Do you have a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Okay, roll call. Mr. Toth.
Mr. Azzarello.
Yes.
Mr. Errico.
Yes.
Mr. Ronak Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Lugo.
Yes.
Ms. Anjana Patel.
Yes.
Ms. White.
Yes.
Mr. Shi.
Yes.
Ms. Peng.
Yes. Yes.
President Patel.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The next section is review of the agenda. Dr. O'Leary.
Sure, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Board of Education, as we have a combined meeting this evening, we have our personnel agenda for your review. We also have, under the Administration, Curriculum, and Instruction section, a few particular items. We'd like to acknowledge Special Education Week, which took place the week of May 10th through the 16th. We want to thank you for all of our students that support our special education, or all of our staff members that support our special education programs, the students that participate in, and our community members as well that support them. The very popular, and I always want to thank Ms. Campione for reminding me of this. We have summer hours on the agenda for our summer work, which will begin after the start of school. They begin on June 22nd and end on August 21st. We also have the motion to adopt the April 28th HIB report. As we move along to the next section, we have under curriculum and instruction, we are always participating in the Teen Arts of New Jersey program for the 2026-2027 school year. We have our approved field trips for our students over at Edison High School, Woodrow Wilson, J.P. Stevens, as well as JMI Elementary School. We have the adoption of the professional development for May of 2026. And last but not least, we have our special education report for our pupil special services for our out-of-district students that are listed accordingly. I would like to turn it over for the finance section to my colleague, Mr. Toth.
Thank you, Dr. Aldarelli. First up under finances are financial reports and minutes, followed by our contract awards. Contracts, we have up a variety of professional service contracts for the fiscal year 2027, along with our insurance representatives for the 2027 school year to include risk, P&C, and prescription. And then we were out for an RFP for our food service program, which was done by Advocate and evaluated by an internal committee of staff and administrators, which we're recommending an award to Maschio's Food Service. Under facilities, we have two potential change orders at the John Marshall School project. One would be for some elevator decking work and mechanical piping, along with some painting. That'll be charged to the project allowance, so there will be no change in the overall contract price. Under our grant section, we are going to be submitting the focus grant. Along with item 2 will be the rejection of the preschool grant. And then under transportation, we are going to be approving the second half of the year bus evacuation drills. Thank you.
Thank you. The next is public comments, resolution only.
Excuse me, Mr. Board President?
Yeah.
Before we move, since we're on the reviewing the agenda items, I'd like to make a motion to take off the table the resolution that we had for the termination of the Talmadge property. So I'd like to make a motion to take that off the table to be voted on.
And I'll second that.
Roll call. Sit down.
Yes. Okay, 1 sec. Mr. Azzarello.
No.
Mr. Errico.
No.
Mr. Ronak Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Lugo.
Yes.
Ms. Anjana Patel.
No.
Ms. White.
Yes.
Mr. Shi.
No.
Ms. Peng.
No.
President Patel.
Yes.
Motion fails.
Thank you. Okay. Next, public comments, resolution only. Yes, Ms. Joyce.
resolution that he just stated?
No.
Any resolution for today?
No, that's part of the whole resolution.
The one that I read is board council. That was already voted on, but sure, it was on the agenda tonight. Sure, you can talk about that.
Yes.
I'm glad you made it known to a lot of people who don't follow Facebook, Instagram, and information like that. I think that the big tough men that think they're all that and more, it's highly offensive to me that they would just attack women. That's one of the things that gets on my nerves the most. And I know for a fact that the board members, you don't get paid for anything. You don't get paid. And I stated before, because you don't agree with me does not make you stupid. You have a very important job. Your job is to look out for the students of the school, not grown-ups with agendas. Your job is to look out for the students. And that's the number one thing that should be straight ahead of all of you before. When people take you to the side and they pressure you for their own agendas, that makes the town worse. That makes us in the news. Then everybody goes, oh, you know Edison, you know how they do, and it embarrasses me because I've been here. I went to the actual school system here. I graduated from it. So I have a vested interest in keeping this school A1, all right? And so I just still thoroughly disgusted with the way this stuff has gone down. I'm very disgusted that people are so ridiculous that they would go out of their way to attack people. You know what I mean? It's very sad. So a lot of you should reflect. You shouldn't let other people in other corners who do nothing but bully people all day long, who have no vested interest, who probably never even been in the school system here in Axel Edison. You shouldn't let them boss you around. You shouldn't do it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes. Yeah.
President, as the public is coming up, I would suggest that they identify which specific agenda item they're commenting or questioning so we can keep things moving, because this is public comment on agenda items only. Thank you.
Thank you. Recognize yourself and tell us what agenda item you're talking about.
For a good time, 9 Finch Court, that's where I go. Okay, so I want to talk about the agenda item that Ms. Joyce Freeman just spoke about, the threats. Something's not adding up. 1 + 1 doesn't, it's not equaling 2 right now. So it only leads me to believe that no threats ever occurred. If somebody threatens me on a WhatsApp, it's very easy to take the screenshot and post it all over social media. Yet the video that I saw, it didn't even show any of the messages. It just showed a blurred screen, and I have to take, I don't have anything against you, Anjan. I don't even know you. I like you. But that doesn't mean I believe that she was threatened. I don't believe she was threatened. The fact that you guys had to make a resolution, this whole show trial, all this is Nazi lies, propaganda, what you're doing, because at the end of the day, there's already a law on the books that if you threaten a public official, you're going to be arrested. So why hasn't anyone been arrested? Because obviously nobody threatened anybody. So this is some kind of campaign, BS monstrosity to make someone a victim that's not actually a victim. It could be campaign material. Here in Edison, New Jersey, we have all kinds of campaign material. This could be some kind of campaign material. It could be.
Sir, if I may interrupt you.
No, you may not interrupt me.
As a point of order, you might need those 4 minutes at some point in life. But to my knowledge, a police report has been filed. So that way, I want to get rid of the propaganda.
Again, they could have screenshot it. They could have put it out on social media. But they haven't done that. And I'm not going to take someone's word that they were threatened. Okay? Again, If a public official was threatened, the Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office, they're the ones that have jurisdiction over the matter. Why are you looking at the clock, sir? Why do you want me to stop talking on this? I got 6 minutes to talk. Why aren't you sitting down?
Stay on topic. Stay on topic. Let's just not argue. Keep saying what
So
you
the
want to
Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office has jurisdiction over the matter. Why do you need to make a resolution? All the departments are going to rip your resolution right up. Why? Because there's already a law in the book saying you can't threaten a public official. So what the hell are you guys doing? What the hell are you guys doing? I'm not gonna feel bad for anyone unless it's proven to me they were threatened. You guys can just be saying, oh, one of us are starting to get threatened, so members of the public back off the $9 million land deal. Who knows what the hell goes on with your minds, you know? But at the end of the day, through the chair to Anjana. Anjana, would you like to show me the screenshot of you being
direct your
threatened?
comments to the chair, please? Thank you.
I said through the Robert's Rules of Order, through the chair to Anjana.
Asking you to direct your comments to the chair, not through the chair, but to the chair.
That's not what Robert's Rules of Order. Through the chair to Anjana. Would you like to show me?
No, she doesn't.
Would you like to?
No, she wouldn't.
You don't answer. Right now you're being misogynistic, sir. She has her own voice. She can speak up for herself. Do you hate women? Do you hate women?
But I'm speaking to you.
Through the chair to Anjana. Anjana, would you like to show the public the threats that were made against you?
Response, thank you. Keep it moving.
Yeah, I deny that. I don't want her to answer that. Keep going. She doesn't have to answer anything.
So you think she takes orders from men, sir?
I'm the chair of the meeting. I control the environment in the meeting, and you are disturbing the meeting right now.
I am Number one, someone can't disturb the meeting when it's their time to talk, sir. I'm not disturbing the meeting. You're interrupting me, actually. You're interrupting the speaker. You're breaking Robert's Rules of Order. You're breaking decorum that's actually in your own policy. So I'm very disgusted. I'm very disgusted what you guys are doing. You play the victim. You accuse members of the public of threatening, of violating the rules. Other people might not know better, but I know better. Why haven't you ordered the cop to remove me, sir? Why haven't you ordered the cop? Because this whole thing is a show. You know I'm not violating any of the laws. Through the chair to Anjana. Anjana, would you like to show members of the public, take a screenshot that you were threatened? You can prove it. It's very easy to prove it. It's very easy to prove it. You go on your phone. You see this phone? You go on your phone.
You can check the public records yourself tomorrow.
You click two buttons. Oh, just like that. I took a screenshot right now. And you can actually post it on social media. And if Miss Anjana was threatened, I will be the first to apologize and take her side. I will be the first. But when you post videos and you say, yes, I was threatened, and the video's so blurry as hell, you can't even read any of the messages, why would I take Anjana's word for it? She doesn't even show up to the meetings half the time. And I'm going to take her word? She doesn't know what's going on at the meetings. How do I know she knows what's going on in her WhatsApp messages? So, yeah, at the end of the day, by the time I go home, I want to see published on Facebook a screenshot that Anjana was threatened. And if she does not publish that screenshot, she was never threatened. That's all I have to say on the matter. Yeah, you can say a police report was filed, this, that, and the other thing. Another theory is you guys could have bought your own burner phones, created a WhatsApp number, and sent the messages out yourself, you know? So at the end of the day, you know, this has to be investigated by the Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office. Why don't you allow the Middlesex County prosecutors to finish their investigation before you guys start hurling accusations left and right? Why are you looking at the clock? You don't like what I have to say? You scared of what I have to say? You're the lawyer, and you're scared of what I have to say. You're standing up because you're ready for war against the residents.
Thank you.
Yep, next. Okay. Motion to close. Second. All in favor?
No, there's a hand up.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Adam Glynn, JCC of Middlesex County, Oak Tree Road. Good evening. You've heard me. I'm sorry. I would like to address the resolution with respect to the rejection of the state preschool grant. I don't know the number.
Yes, that's
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have heard me speak at prior meetings with respect to the preschool expansion program, so I won't belabor the points I made previously. It is a little poetic and ironic. I enjoyed earlier this evening the various honors and recognition of the incredible educational staff and students of this district. It is something of which we should all be very proud, and I am, as all of my children went through this district. And then I find it ironic that at the same time that we are recognizing excellence, we're recognizing the academy programs, we are about to, you are about to reject a grant and decide to terminate a program that enables our youngest students to begin an incredible educational experience. It is short-sighted. It is contrary to your responsibilities. And it is contrary to what the mission of this school district is supposed to be. On a more pragmatic note, I'm sure you're aware, but I think it needs to be said that if it is the determination of this board to reject the state grant, the likelihood of any subsequent support grant funding from the state for this program, should you subsequently decide to attempt to bring it back, the likelihood of you receiving any subsequent state grant funding is, I can tell you from my own experience and my knowledge, that Edison will not receive any future grants from the state of New Jersey for this. And I also think that you need to consider that it will likely have an adverse impact on future aid packages to this district. I think you need to think about the longer term as well, both for our students, their families, and for the ability of this district to get the funding it needs going forward. Don't be short-sighted. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Can I speak about administration and curriculum? Number 6.
Sure.
You're supposed to get one time, but if you want to, but you're supposed to get one time, not like repeatable.
Yeah, Joyce, you get to speak one time. I'm sorry. You can do that, yeah. Thank you, yeah.
Good evening, board members. I'm speaking about an issue for the next upcoming AP class for the next upcoming school year. I understand that this is resolution only, so do I have permission
So
to...
wait for the next public comment section. It will happen in a few minutes.
Okay, thank
Please
you.
be seated. I'll let you go first because you're a student. Thank you. Okay, anyone else? Okay.
Motion to close?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, do I have a motion to approve personnel?
Motion?
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Toth?
Mr. Azzarillo.
Yes.
Mr. Errico.
Yes.
Mr. Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Lugo.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. White.
Yes.
Mr. Shi.
Yes.
Ms. Peng.
Yes.
President Patel.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve administration, curriculum, and instruction and pupil special services?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Azarello.
Yes.
Mr. Errico.
Yes.
Mr. Ronak Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Lugo.
Yes.
Ms. Anjana Patel.
Yes.
Ms. White.
Yes.
Mr. Shi.
Yes.
Ms. Peng.
Yes.
President Patel.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve finance?
Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Azarello.
Yes.
Mr. Errico.
Yes on everything but the rejection of the preschool grant.
Mr. Ronak Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Lugo.
Yes, with two exceptions. First exception, under C, contract awards, number 3.
Okay.
And Section E grants.
Let's see. So that's a no on C3 and a no on grants, correct?
Correct.
Noted. Ms. Anjana Patel.
Yes.
Ms. White.
Yes, with the exception of the grants.
Noted. Mr. Shi.
Yes.
Ms. Peng.
Yes.
President Patel.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next, we have committee reports. The first committee report is Special Education Committee report. Mr. Ronak Patel.
Good evening. The Special Education Committee met on April 30th at 4:30 p.m. at Education Center. The attendees were myself, Ms. White, Mr. Azzarello, and Dr. Tuhi. The committee discussed the future of the district preschool program and explore how Edison Township Public School can best accommodate both current students and the future general education preschool students. The district special education preschool program will continue to operate as normal. In addition, committee members discussed potential opportunities and consideration related to expanding preschool programming while continuing to meet student needs district priorities. This discussion remains ongoing and all available options continues to be explored. The committee also discussed the possibility of creating a district program designed to bring students back from out-of-district placement and increase in district programming opportunities. Committee members reviewed the concept as a part of a broader effort to expand programming options and explore opportunities that may better serve student needs while maximizing district resources. This initiative remains under consideration and all the potential opportunity continues to be explored. And
Thank you.
This concludes the report.
Thank you. Next one is the Finance Committee report. The meeting happened on May 12th, 2026 at 4:45 p.m. at Education Center. And it was attended by Vishal Patel, Mr. Ralph Erico, Shannon Pang, Jerry Shi, and District School Administration. In the finance, we discussed fiscal year 2027 transportation, subscription bus prices. We also discussed 2027 insurance consultant, discussed health and risk appointment award this month or rebate in June. We also discussed fiscal year 2027 Old Lady of Peace lease to purchase. We also discussed FY 2027 contract renewals and pre-K program. And on the facilities side, we discussed the cricket field outsourcing, and that concludes the report. Thank you. The next one is public comments about anything. And yes, the student, yes. Thank you.
Good evening. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Fatima Khan, and I'm a sophomore at J.P. Stevens High School. And I'm speaking in regards to an AP seminar class I applied to be in the next upcoming school year. So I applied to this AP seminar class knowing that I'm fully eligible and fit the criteria for this class. I was later informed by my counselor that I did not get admission into this class, and I emailed the English advisor about this. And I currently did not get a response back, and I emailed her saying that this was important for me for like college admissions and stuff like that. And I have a printout of the conversation between my counselor and my advisor if you guys are willing to see it. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Ms. Dr. Haas, can you please? Yeah, thank you. Next, yes.
Saket Gohil, Raspberry Court, Edison. So, good evening, everyone. We have been attending this meeting for several weeks, and I want to begin by acknowledging that the time and effort that board members and the residents have invested in the community. I'll keep my remarks brief because I know everyone has a responsibility outside this room. So my main question tonight is straightforward. When can residents expect clear answers to the questions we have raised, right? This is not a threat. We have been asking, so is there a way we can get answers from you? Like, what is the right way? Do we talk to superintendent? Do we talk to the president? Do we talk to BA? Do we talk to the lawyer? Who do we be talking to, right? Some of the questions I've submitted, right, questions which are not related to the land deal, are still remain unanswered. Several of you have served on this board for years, so I'm asking guidance and most effective way for a resident to receive the direct response. Should it be email, submit a question formally, attend a committee meeting? Understanding the proper channel would help us all, right? At the same time, rather than revisiting the same point about the land deal week after week, I believe it is reasonable to ask the board to publish a clear public timeline, specifically survey completion, when it will be finished, right? Detailed plan and cost analysis, when it will be available for public review. Community review period, how long will residents have to evaluate the plan before the formal debate? Scheduling a vote after the debate, when will the board set the date for the vote? Rather than coming every meeting, if you can publish this, it will save a lot of time and energy for board members as well as the residents. So I consider, please take my request. A structured timeline will save time and energy for all, and it will help us rebuild the trust through the transparency. Now, assuming the land is buildable, right, I want to raise a financial concern. If the land cost is roughly $9 million, and facility will cost probably $50 million, whatever may be the reason, right? Whatever the amount you come up. I'm just gonna roughly estimate it to $60 million, right? In the last meeting, superintendent said, right, it will probably save us $3 million a year because we can keep the special need kids in here. 60 divided by 3 is 20 years before you even break even. Not to add about 3 years of just building the facility. And we are going to put a pause on the current capital projects, right? Who is going to pay for this 20 to 23-year project? And again, I'm not the financial expert. I'm pretty sure BA can correct me and give us more detail. And that's the reason why I'm asking, publish the entire review so that everybody knows, right? And we cannot ignore the economic reality we are living in, raising costs, job losses, and already strained taxes, right? Funding a project of this scale will place significant pressure on taxpayers. That what we need is to move forward on the capital projects already on hold, not to push them further down in the future. I'm not expert, which is why I'm asking guidance from the board, superintendent, and the BA. But given the references, shouldn't we be seriously considering renting their existing facility on Ford? It's close to Edison. It requires minor renovation and could be operational far sooner, allowing us to serve students quickly while avoiding decades of financial recovery. I offer these points as food for thought. I hope the board will reflect on our request, provide the clarity to residents we have been seeking, and work with us as a partner in this process. So before I go, I just wanted to ask, whom should we be asking the question, and when will we be actually getting the answers?
Thank you. Dr. O'Reilly?
Yeah, so thank you so much for not only your comment, but some of the information that you provided as well, too. So in relationship to the questions, I would say it depends on the nature of the question. Some of them sound financial, some of them sound programmatic, right? What I would suggest is, my secretary's name is Patty Timon, as well as Ms. Cox is Mr. Toths. You can email those questions directly to them, and if it's a programmatic question that requires in relationship to some of the numbers that you talked about with special education, I'll make sure that Dr. Tui gets back to you. But for your purposes, we can focus on one point of contact, Mrs. Cox and Mrs. Timon, and I can make sure you have those email addresses at your disposal. And I promise to get back to you in a timely fashion.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next. Yes.
Joey Shipreem in Edison, New Jersey. First, with the curriculum, that was one to ask before. Sometimes when some other people get up here, they really throw me off because they like go off on a tangent. So excuse me. But on the curriculum, I'd like to know where do I obtain the reading list for suggested reading for the high school students for each grade level. So do I just email it to the curriculum person?
Yes.
Okay. I was told by some people that they would like to rent a building, and they're talking for special needs kids and stuff. So this is what they don't understand. If you rent or you lease a building, the building's not yours, but you spend $10 million on it, making the building secure for special needs people. So that doesn't make sense. Why would you lease a building year after year and spend $10 million on it when you can do better by projecting your future? Everybody always thinks the future is so far away. But I'm letting you know it's not that far away. GMO in the food, all these other data centers and information that's going out now, that's going to cause a lot of problems. And with different children, won't be able to take all the noise, the different things that goes on in this place. Now, they was talking about $9 million being wasted. Well, I know, for instance, we got a Silver Lake property. You know, I was on the council at the time, a Silver Lake property that for over $12 million, that had about 4 or 5 liens on it by the administration, and here we go, almost up to, I guess, $15 million when you talk about the lawyers' fees. So I don't know that I want them in charge. Like I told people, I don't know if I want you in charge of the Board of Ed's money also, because you got to have a real clean house when you come and you subject yourself to other people and other things. You know, I think everybody should, you know, stay in their place. You know, you do the council, you do the Board of Ed. Only thing is what I told people with subscription busing. I told the person, well, why can't the council get sidewalks? That would be a good project for you guys to work together. Because if you get sidewalks, cut down on some of the subscription busing, and the people will be able to walk on sidewalks. You know, it's a lot of projects you can do together instead of people trying to be one up on the other person. And I noticed that tonight, too. Some of the people were very disrespectful to the young people that were getting awards. And that unnerves me, because you are supposed to be projecting the future for them. We have the greatest students here, and I heard about the schools they was going to Cornell and the different schools, and I'm very, very proud of that. You know, makes my property value go up. You know, as long as you keep doing a good job, I'm good. Where I'm living at, and most people move to Edison because of that reason. They move to Edison because of the schools, not because it takes me like longer to get to North Edison than it does to East Brunswick, because the traffic is horrendous around here. And it's just like, you know, it's overcrowded, a whole lot, and everybody keeps telling me, well, every town is overcrowded. Well, I got news for all you guys. I was the girl that was picking blackberries in Edison, right in the woods. You come out, and I might have seen 3 cars when I went to school. I know things have changed, but when you talk to people like me and some of the other people that's been here for a long time, we'll tell you the difference between it being overcrowded and not. But I think for us, even when they have the council meeting tomorrow, I think we need to just tone it down, the fighting and the stuff, the cross fighting back and forth, and especially the administration in higher places. One thing that's good is, board president, I haven't seen you out screaming on any videos or nothing. I listened to you on a video, very nice, very calm. The information, that's the type of videos I like to listen to. Somebody screaming and saying, "Oh, the house is on fire, the house is on fire," and you got a little fire in the kitchen budget, the bucket, you know? That's the part, I just don't like that at all. You know, I'm trying to make people more civilized. Don't you think this is the 21st century? We should be more civilized, you know? If you're not interested in what another person is saying, keep your mouth shut. You'll get your turn at all. But the most important thing that I would like to have too is where I would get the book list at all. And with our student that's selling books, I'm reading another book from one of our students that graduated from J.P. Stevens, and she signed it. And if Mr. She can connect me with that girl, I like all my books signed. I purchased them, but I want it signed, a signed copy. Thank you.
Thank you. Next. Yes, Mr. Morrow.
Anthony Maurer from Edison. I'm again here to speak about the Parental Bill of Rights, which I emailed to everyone on the board back on February 4. It's really an excellent piece of work. You can think of this as an adjunct or as an attachment related to the vote you guys did to abolish 5756. Just to read you one piece of it. There's a lot to it, but it's really excellent. It says, the Edison Township Board of Education affirms the rights of parents, legal guardians, to inquire and receive from school staff truthful information, and to the extent known about a child. This information includes, but not limited to, any change in the student's asserted gender identity, pronouns, or preferred name expressed at school when different from those assigned at birth. I mean, this thing just goes on and on about parental bill of rights. There was a time when you didn't even have to talk about this. Parents had rights and everyone knew it. Now you have to assert them. Oh, so be it. Put it in writing. Let everyone know. Tell the parents at Edison, we're behind you. We stand with you. We have lawsuits where this kind of thing actually has to be asserted. U.S. Supreme Court, I've said it before, but bears repeating. Miranda versus Bonta. U.S. Supreme Court says the state, this is in California, California argues that its policies advance a compelling interest in student safety and privacy. It's about a policy similar to 5756 that they had, their version of it. Supreme Court says, but those policies cut out the primary protectors of children's best interest, their parents. We have a commandment. It's been on the books since God issued it. It's called the Fifth Commandment. Honor your father and your mother. Can anyone argue with that? I don't know how many members of the board are parents. No parent wants to be dishonored. We have Mother's Day and Father's Day where we honor mom and dad. Adopt this Parents' Bill of Rights, please. You will bless the parents of Edison. You will send a message to everyone in Edison. We stand with you. We don't want parents disrespected. This happened enough. It's happened too much already. And in fact, a lawsuit has occurred, filed April 28th of this year in the U.S. District Court in New Jersey. Multiple parents have sued New Jersey state and local officials to sue them over laws and policies they say impede their right to know and have a say if their children are undergoing gender transition. That you abolish 5756 doesn't stop this kind of thing from going on. If you don't replace the bad with good, the bad will creep back in. This policy, this parental bill of rights is good stuff. It's what's needed to replace 5756. 5756 had no business being on the books, and thankfully you got rid of it. Like any bad habit, smoking, doing drugs, if you don't replace the bad with good, the bad's going to creep back in. Replace it with a really good policy. The Bill of Rights is outstanding. The Colts Neck Board of Ed spent a lot of time crafting it. It's a number one. I ask that you consider it, pass it, and you will do wonders for the parents and, frankly, everyone else in Edison. Thank you for your time.
The lady.
Motion closed. Even Jerry liked that one.
Good evening, board members. Namaste, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak today. My name is Dr. Rekha Sharma, 63 Current Place, Edison. I'm a proud resident of Edison since last 15 years. Both of my kids went to school here, elementary, middle, and high school. And I must say that I really appreciate the teachers and the board and this town for giving them the highest level of education and the values they do possess now. Today, I'm standing here representing Hindu Education Foundation. It's an initiative of Hindu Swayamsevak Sangh, HSS USA. HSS is a 501c3 voluntary non-profit social, educational, and cultural organization which have over 250 weekly chapters across USA. During Teachers Appreciation Week, which we celebrate in May, as we did honor our teachers today as well, we recognize, celebrate, the invaluable contribution of our educators. So as a part of this, our organization has an annual event which we call Guru Vandana. Guru Vandana is in Sanskrit. If you all know, that's an ancient language. So in Sanskrit, Guru means teacher or mentor, and Vandana means offering respect. So together, Guru Vandana represents an expression of deep gratitude and reverence toward teachers. Because teachers play a critical role in shaping not only the academic journey, but also the character and the future of our children. So their patience, dedication, and compassion leave a lasting impact on generations. In our tradition, that is in Hindu culture, there is a saying, again in Sanskrit, Acharya Devo Bhava, which means the teacher is to be revered like God. This reflects the highest respect accorded to educators because they are the guiding light in society. Through HEF, we strive to build a strong, meaningful collaboration with schools and educators. Some of the recent initiatives our organization has taken are, we had yoga programs in Edison schools, reaching over 700 students. We had a cultural workshop for 80 teachers in Watchung Borough School District. A Darshana Hindu poster exhibition, which explained all this yoga and other philosophical things behind this culture, which is attended over 1,200 students. And we had a collaboration with Woodbridge schools also, where we donated about 10,000 pounds of food to local pantries on the occasion of Diwali. As you may know, that Diwali is the biggest celebrated festival in Hindu culture. So on behalf of Hindu Education Foundation and HSS, I want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all the teachers. Your dedication inspires, uplifts, and shapes the future. So thank you for everything you do. Thank you all, and namaste.
Thank you. Next.
Beth Talke, 15 Midwood Avenue. First of all, thank you for honoring all the teachers and our support staff tonight. It was wonderful to see, and it's great to know the impact that they've had on the students that were also honored tonight, as well as, all those students' parents and families as well. It's a great thing to see. It's what's great about our schools here. Couple of questions. I can't remember the last time, and I thank all of you guys for volunteering your time as being board members. There's a lot of big decisions that need to be made, especially now, with budget cuts. It's that time of year when contracts need to be, awarded to different things to keep us in check for next year. I can't remember the last time we've had a caucus and an action meeting. I understand things have come up. There were certain, ceremonies or so forth that some of our admin were invited to and recognize that, which is great. But those are kind of planned. Knowing that, why can't we kind of change some of the meeting dates, knowing ahead of time that this stuff is coming up? I've heard the last couple of months a lot of people coming here. It's been, these meetings have been like overrun with a $9 million property rather than the business of, our school boards to run our schools efficiently and effectively. So perhaps if we had the 2 meetings, it would also be more transparent to the public as well as all board members what was going on. And at some point, maybe if you had these meetings, you could have the discussions amongst yourself. The public would be more aware and informed as to what's going on. And hoping shortly you can make a decision with what's going to happen with the $9 million property so it doesn't, overtake the whole year like last year's. I can't remember what the transgender debacle last year, not debacle, but whatever, that took over all the meetings last year. You guys have work to do. Please come up with, have the meetings, be transparent with the public, get your jobs done effectively and transparently for the public so we don't have to have, I'm surprised tonight's not a marathon meeting. I was expecting more people here about that kinds of things. So, do we plan on having caucus and action meetings, or is this the new future of the board? Because it's not very, and also, the fact that we don't really get the agendas 48 hours in advance. This time it was pretty good. It was a little over 24 hours, which at least gave us time to review them. So we should be able to see that so that people can be informed and ask the right questions and get the right answers. Lastly, I know it was discussed when the calendar was adopted for next year that we were going to come back and talk about Passover. This is a diverse community. I understand it's early dismissal for the children. A lot of our staff celebrate that holiday and need the time to prepare for it. I believe it's April 21st. And if we're going to be inclusive of all, we should be including all, and their holidays should be recognized just as everybody else's are. Thank you for your time.
Next. Yes.
3 minutes. Y'all should change it to 3 minutes. This is ridiculous. It really is.
Am I recognized?
Name and address.
Why'd you start my clock if I'm not recognized? You have to be recognized first and then start the clock. Why'd you start my clock? So I'm recognized. Thank you.
Answer it. Let's see.
You recognized me. Started the clock.
Name and address, sir.
For a good time at 9 Finch Court. But what you're doing, it's against the law. I don't need to give my name and address. The law doesn't require me to give my name and address. Only your policy does. If I didn't give my name and address, what were you going to do? What were you going to do? You were going to order the cops to remove me, violating my First Amendment, violating my Fourth Amendment, and quite possibly violating my Fifth Amendment. I don't have to tell you nothing. I don't have to tell you shit.
You do have to watch your language.
No, I don't.
Sir,
Sir,
please,
Cap, please remove him, please. Please remove him for using the bad words. Please remove him.
So there's actually
Next.
case law that says you're allowed
It's
to
okay.
use.
Sir, please remove him.
There's
Please
he's shutting off
remove
my
him.
mic. This has,
He's not recognized.
You
His
can't-
time is forfeited.
Can we do a motion to close public portion?
Motion to close public portion.
I'm that
Oh, I'm
dangerous.
sorry.
The
All in
truth
We still
is
have people
that
back there.
dangerous.
Got it.
I didn't do
all in
nothing
favor?
wrong.
Just a
All
motion.
in favor?
There's
Aye.
case
There's
law.
still
Closed.
teachers that want it.
Closed.
Okay, Matt, go ahead,
Go ahead,
Matt.
Come on up.
I'm not.
You just close public.
Your time is up, sir.
No,
Please
my
have a
time.
seat.
4 minutes and 30
Sir,
seconds.
please remove him.
Robert's Rules of Order.
That's
there's
okay. You're-
there's actually case law that says you're allowed to curse. In the case, the guy he showed up to at Board of
okay.
Education meeting
Sir,
saying
please.
"mother effer"
Artie, please remove him.
several
His time is up.
times. My time. They're saying my time's up, but I still had 4 minutes and
It's
37
okay.
seconds.
I control
All right.
this meeting.
All
Your
right.
time is up.
Well,
Please be seated or you are
let the
removed from
security
the court.
guard. Let the security guard remove me so I can file my
Yep,
lawsuit.
go for it.
Am
Please,
I being
Artie, please
removed?
remove him.
Lozman versus Riviera Beach Supreme Court ruling. That's what the lawsuit today is based on. You're
Matt,
screwed.
go ahead. You're recognized.
Fucking idiot. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. You want to pull this shit? Go back to your fucking country and do it. Don't come here.
Whoa.
That's not right.
That's not right.
Matt, go ahead.
You sure? Go ahead, Matt.
Matt Revnak, ETA President. Couple things. First of all, congratulations to our students that were recognized today, those that got into the academies. Again, it just exemplifies the great students and the accomplishments of the district. Special thanks, though, and congratulations to the teachers and ESPs of the year. You know, you saw one from each building, basically, in both domains, and they represent what I've always said is the best staff and teachers and support professionals in the state of New Jersey. And those people recognized today are the best that stood out this year as the best of the best. So congratulations to them. As I always say, I'm very proud to be their president. I wish the rest of the school felt as cold as it does here, then Dr. Aldarelli and I wouldn't be fielding questions about the heat. It's very refreshing in here. In fact, it's actually kind of cold in here. Yeah, it's a little bit cold in here, right? Frosty, there you go. But anyway, you know, just a shout out about that to the parents out there, and I know I put out things to staff. You know, just try to stay cool. I know it's hot in the buildings. You know, keep hydrated, try to stay cool, stay in air conditioning as much as possible, et cetera, et cetera. You know, we'll get through it. Weather's supposed to break a little bit by tomorrow night, hopefully, and, you know, the rest of the week. The final thing two things actually, and I want to address it. I'm not going to, you know, name names, but no one should ever be threatened for anything. I did read and hear about the board member being threatened, and that goes with everything. You know, we should be a civilized people, and to be under scrutiny so what I saw about it is it's just incomprehensible that people would go to that extreme to make threats against someone. So, you know, again, ask for, like I know Joyce Shipp said before, you know, a little bit of civility. Again, I don't always agree with everything that's done, but, you know, I will never attack someone personally or threaten them, and it really shouldn't happen. It's really absurd that stuff like that occurs. The final thing, and no, haven't heard it yet, so I'm glad to be able to say, first of all, happy Memorial Day coming up. You know, everybody thinks of it as, you know, the unofficial kickoff of the summer and the shore and, you know, that type of thing, obviously a day off, but please remember what the holiday is really about. And a lot of people do confuse, and well, what's the difference between Memorial and Veterans Day? Veterans Day is to honor anyone that served in the military, basically. Memorial Day is for those that made the ultimate sacrifice in giving their lives for our country and the freedoms and all that we have here in America. So, you know, make sure that you celebrate it if you know someone who did lose a family member. in war or whatever, console their family, thank them for that, and, remember those that gave their lives on that day. And be safe and happy Memorial Day to everyone.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Motion to close public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Board member,
Board member comments. I'm sorry. I was so quick.
That's okay.
I
That was
tried.
good. That's good, dude.
You want to go home.
I love it.
You want to go
All right, board member comments. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mr. Patel.
Board President,
Yeah, please, go ahead.
I'll go first. Unfortunately, the teachers aren't here and all the honorees, but congratulations to all the honorees who are acknowledged here tonight. Through all of your hard work, dedication, commitment, you've continued to make Edison Township School District not only desirable and sought after, but successful and admired. Names like Nick Massa, auto shop teacher, Mr. Terrazino, science, Miss Baskin, English, Mr. Wimmer, history, Mr. Pagash, gym, wrestling coach, Doc Caprero, my history teacher and our former superintendent, along with Principal Leo Scanlon, and last but not least, our Edison High School principal, Mr. Ross, many of the teachers that are here tonight, that are watching, because of you, the kids have a brighter future. They have a step in the right direction. So congratulations to all the honorees and to all the teachers and all the faculty, staff, and everyone that through their hard work, dedication, commitment, makes Edison School District a success. I'd also like to say that the First Amendment, you have a freedom of speech, you have a right to your opinion. I think it's cowardly, uncalled for, and it's a shame that anybody has to verbally assault, threaten, and coerce somebody's opinion, somebody's vote. It should not be allowed. You have a right, everybody up here and everybody in the audience and everybody watching has a right to their opinion. You don't have a right to threaten or harm anybody. That's uncalled for, that's cowardly, and that's not right. No piece of land is worth more than someone's safety. I condemn this. I think everybody should condemn it. You have a right to your opinion, and so does everybody up here. We're here to do the right thing for the students first. So I just want to make sure we get the word out. Do unto others as you want done unto yourself. You wouldn't want your family member threatened. You shouldn't do it to someone else. Thank you, Board President.
Thank you. Yes, Jeannie?
I just want to add my congratulations to all of our educators and our support staff. You are such an outstanding group, and you know how much I think of all of you. You know, you're very, very special. I also wanted to mention Edison High School Senior Award Night. We were there, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. And to see all of those recipients on the stage, you know, and our little, you know, Edison High student was one of them. You know, it was just a really beautiful thing. And if you ever get the opportunity to just go sit in a little while just to see that, it's very rewarding. And I hope you all have a good night, you know, and I hope things go a little bit smoother now for our next meetings. Okay? And take care.
Thank you.
Board President, I left something out.
Sure, go for it.
I just also wanted to acknowledge tonight there was many teachers that were recognized and faculty that were recognized that I knew growing up, and I knew them as younger kids and growing up as well. They're now our teachers. The teachers are now principals and vice principals. Many of the teachers out there taught my sons, my 4 sons that went through the Edison school system. You know, I think it's an understatement to say, you know, we really should thank and praise the teachers out there for doing a great job, because the names I just read off before, I knew 30, 40, 46 years ago, and they still made an impression on me. Just know, teachers out there, that you're going to make an impression on the students today, and yes, tomorrow, and the years down the road. So congratulations and thank you once again.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yep, Anjana.
Good evening. Thank you for everyone being here. Congratulations, all teachers and students. I want to apologize if seems I'm exhausted, because like any parents would, I spent the entire night awake taking care of my own sick child. But despite being tired, I knew I had to be here tonight because of this issue cannot be wait. I'm here to speak for special education children we are fighting to bring back home our district. I'm not talking about the all children, but I'm talking about the half. If I'm not correct, Mr. Aldarelli, is we paying $18 million for years? If I'm not correct, can correct my numbers, please? Yes. Right? Correct. So if we bring a half of kids, it helps us. We paying $18 million. So just whoever's asking for calculate some guy, make sure he get the numbers. I'm here to speak for 180 special education children we are fighting to bring back home, right? My heart's going out to the parents who wait anxiously every single day, sending their children to out of district schools with the constant fear and worry of what happened next. I know our board members are trying to their best for our kids, but we need to look at the reality of the situation. I ask everyone here to think about this. If your children need cares and you have the choice to take care of them in your own home or leave them with a neighbor, which option is better? Keeping them home is always the better choice. Our children deserve to be educated and cared for here in their own community. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. Anyone else? Jerry?
Yes.
Please.
So I just want to echo what Russ said. Congratulations to all the teachers and supporting staff of the year. And they all left, but there's only one left in the back. Congratulations. Oh, two. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Okay. Congratulations to three. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Three of them. You represent the entire, honorees tonight. And thank you for your service and really appreciate it, your dedication. And tonight we also saw 190 students.
198.
198, I'm sorry.
I'm
198
counting.
students who are accepted into our academies. And I really want to thank Mrs. Pan for her dedication and pushing to get the academies into the shape where it be. We started 2 new academies last year, the Biomedical and a CS and AI Academy. And this coming year, a brand new academy, Business Academy. So I hope, you're going to witness these children who will be future leaders in business, in science and technology. They'll be future leaders, in researchers, and also I hope a lot of them will be doctors. And we need them for the future. And I'm so glad to see that these top of students are staying in the district instead of going out. The lady just came here and talked about, Hindu Education Foundation. I was very fortunate to attend their event with Anjana yesterday at the Keep Well camp. And I attended their event before when they were in New Dover. Now they are expanded to, this new place. This is much bigger. On that day, they recognized 20 teachers from Woodbridge Township and Edison Township. I grew up in a culture that teachers are the highly respected position in the society. And I'm so happy to see the HEF continue that tradition. I think this is like a 7th or 8th year in Edison. I probably attended 3 or 4 of them at least before. So I like to, see that they continue to honor our teachers and respect the education, and that is all what makes Edison School District one of the best. Also, I like to address the threat to the school board member. It is absolutely coward that you have to go to that route to threaten a mother and who is worried about her children, what's going to happen. This has no place in our society. People try to mix that with the decorum of the meetings. The decorum of the meeting, the public speaking, I agree, we need to be polite, we need to respect the rules. But if you try to mix these two together, a decorum of the meeting versus a personal attack on the elected official, and you try to coerce her to change her vote, that is totally two different things, okay? If you don't understand the differences, we live in two different planets. As Russ said, First Amendment rights, yes, but threats has passed that. It is possibly against the law. So we are going to, ask our law enforcement to do whatever they can to prevent this from happening. This is the first time and it's the last time. Let's not forget what happened in Saraville. The councilwoman was threatened. She reported it, and it was ignored. And the unthinkable happened a couple years ago. We do not want that happen in Edison. And this is not, what we want in our community. Enough is enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shi. Anyone else? Okay, motion to,
Motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn. Do you have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, meeting adjourned. Thank you.